Okay guys, so this is gonna be the project that we have for today. This is a Honda Civic. It looks like something happened in the timing belt. If we take a look in here, the timing cover it completely came off. I think the same, you can see there's no belt, and then the guy was driving and I don't know where the car died, and then he found this bolt on the floor. I recognize this bolt. I know this bolt is for the timing belt tensioner. So hopefully we are able to remove that thread easily, whatever is left inside. Hopefully we can take it up. It should be a 19 socket. This guy has two different sizes. He has a 19 and 21. So after you're done with the tire, we need to secure the floor jack underneath, because we need to hold the oil pan. Right now we're gonna remove the motor mount bracket, so there's not gonna be nothing holding the front part of the engine, so we need to secure the engine first. Okay, so here I already secured my oil pan with a piece of wood and the jack underneath. Oh, look at that. You can see the belt here just coming out on the side. 100% is damaged. You see that? Okay, so we know the belt is damaged for sure. Okay, so now that the motor is secure, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start removing the power steering pump. Let's go with that first. Okay, so this is the adjustment. I want to lose a little bit of tension in the pulley, and you can just turn. And then here in the back, we're gonna use the size 12, so I'm gonna use my easy wrench to get to it. Okay, that one is loose. Now I'm gonna move this size 10 for the bracket. Size 10, and then this one has to come up. The one on the back, so size 12. We need to completely take it out because we're gonna remove the whole pump. A lot of people like to remove this bracket for the power steering pump. This is size 12. If you like, you can remove it so you have more room. If not, you can leave it there. This is a 12, and now there's a 12 on the bottom that we need to complete take it out as well. The belt is loose already, so you can take it out, move it out of the way. And it looks like the nut on the bottom was loose already. I'm gonna remove right now. It's a size 12. It's underneath the pump. Okay, so I got it out. It was right here, and from behind I'm gonna push the little screw, and then make sure you get it from behind. Now the complete pump is loose, and this is the screw that is in the back. You don't need nothing to hold it. That's a good thing. It's a good design. You just have to use it's gonna be a little bit tough to put your hands between if you have thicker hands. Okay, so now it's loose. We can just slide out the container and you can move the whole thing to the back. You can put the whole thing. I like this design. You can move everything out of the way and now you have a little bit more room. See what else. Let's go ahead and create more room here. I'm gonna start by removing this bracket. There's 3 nuts. They're all size 17. Let me go get my tools. Now that I get a better look at it, we do need to remove the alternator. Not remove it completely. I'm just gonna remove the upper screw that is holding the alternator, remove the belt, and put it to the side because I have to remove this complete bracket. So before we get to work on the alternator, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the negative cable on the battery. This type is a size 1/2 inch. But in reality it should have a size 10, but this is aftermarket already. So let's go ahead and start with that. Grease ratchet. I'm gonna pry a little bit because you actually just need to open it. Okay. Now that's out of the way, we're safe, and we can go ahead and check what we need to do here in the alternator part. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lose, well, this bolt at the top, I'm gonna remove it complete. That one is a size 14, and the one on the bottom is a size 12. So let me get started with that. Okay, so for this one I'm gonna use my size 14. And then on the bottom a size 12. I have the adjusting bolt here in the back. You can see it has like a little butterfly, and you can also put in that one is a size 12, a 12 wrench if you need to put it in between. If it's too tight, you can use a size 12. So we're gonna release the tension as much as we can so we can take up the belt. It's gonna need a little bit more loose. Okay, so that went out. Now I'm gonna remove this size 14 at the top completely out. I'm gonna use my little ratchet. This is actually a size. The size of the handle is a size a quarter wrench. But the head is 3/8. I love this ratchet. This has been helping me in so many projects or so many little jobs where you need special tools. It's one of the best investments that I've done. Okay, so we have the size 14 at the top out. And let's just go ahead and get a pry bar to take out the alternator from the top. You know what, I'm feeling a little bit of tension here on the cable. We might need to completely remove the alternator. Okay, right here guys, there's a little a small guy that when you press on the bolt, that guy goes in and holds pressure on the alternator. I'm gonna push it in with my pry bar on the side. Okay, so you can see the pry bar here on the side, and then I'm just gonna tap it with a little hammer. That one is like a little bushing guide that you have to see. Now I'm able to slide it in and out with no problems. Okay, so looks like this guy doesn't even have the AC working, so just the cable just chilling there. Okay, so now we have everything loose. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bolt on the bottom, I mean the nut. It's a size 12, we're gonna keep going with that one. See, this is the size 12 that I've been talking about. That's the adjusting bolt. So we're gonna remove that size 14 and this size 12. Look at the position of the adjuster. There's only one way to put it in. See that, the little eye? Make sure the bottom part, or make sure the bolt is on the bottom. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the bolt on the bottom, and let's go to the top and let's remove the alternator. Sale, gracias. ¿Está trabajando?
Sí, pero ahorita es que le dieron climb training.
Ah.
Y ahorita está como en un espacio, igual si quieres ir, ahorita está.
Sale.
Está nomás ahí checando algo.
Sale. Gracias. Okay, so now we have the alternator completely loose. In order to disconnect the connector, we have to press this little thing in the end. It's kind of tight in there. The connector is already unlocked, but since it's full of dirt, dry dirt and stuff, it's kind of hard to get it out. So you can use like a little screwdriver, and that's gonna help you to remove it. Okay, so that it's out of the way. Now I'm not sure if I can take out the alternator like that. Seems to be, oh, there it is. It's out. I'm just gonna remove this bracket, guys. It's size 14. There's 3 bolts. So it's basically this bolt, and then I'm gonna remove this size 10 that is holding the AC line. Let me just get size 10 out of the way. Okay, so we got this bracket out. So the reason that you need to remove the alternator is because right behind the alternator there's 2 bolts size 14. So with the alternator on the way, you're not gonna be able to get to them. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna remove this cover at the top to find out what's going on here, because I don't know, it seems like the belt broke the sensors. You can see on the bottom, this is the tensioner. The tensioner is completely loose. We'll see what we find out here. So for that, we're gonna remove the size 10, and then we have a connector that goes through the little cover here. Okay, so let me start with the size 10. And look, usually to remove this cover, you're supposed to remove the valve cover. But there was so much pressure and tension with the belt rolling around everywhere that I would pull up the cover. I'm scared to see inside, honestly. Hopefully it didn't damage too much stuff and we can help this guy out. I'm able to see inside, guys, and I don't see the sensor is broke. The camshaft sensor is not broke, so it's a good thing. You know what, guys, first we're gonna remove this bracket. So we're gonna find the 2 bolts here on the side, and there's one on this side. It's like underneath the exhaust. So there's 3. We're gonna start with those 3 first. Okay, so this is the bolt that I'm talking about. Is right next to this bracket, almost underneath the exhaust. We have one. Okay, we got these three out of the way, and there's two size 14 right underneath these two bolts, right in the middle of these two bolts. Same thing as size 14. Okay, here's one. I'm gonna be using that one. Here I was not able to remove the cover, guys, so we're gonna start removing the bracket, and we're gonna use a size 14. Let's get started with that one. On the bottom is gonna be more complicated. I'm gonna use a regular short size 14. So look, basically the one I'm using, I forgot what it's called, but it's not, it's like in the metal. You see, this is the regular size 14. This is the one in the metal, and this is the regular deep socket. So these are very convenient all the time for the specific jobs. So right now I'm gonna use a very short one, the basic size 14. And if you don't have those type of sockets, you can just use a small extension. That will work as well. You don't have to have snap-on tools or brand tools, specific brands. You can do it with Harbor Freight tools. Okay, so we have the bracket. This is the two bolts that we're able to see, and then this is the bolt underneath, almost underneath the exhaust. Here's the connector for the camshaft sensor. Press on it and slide it out, and then we have to remove this little cover for the cable. You just push it in and that's it. Okay, so let's move this belt out of the way. Completely damaged. Okay, so the tensioner and the spring are good. We can still use those, it looks like it. On this job, guys, we're not gonna change anything. We're not gonna change power pump, water pump, or anything like that. We just want to make sure that the valves are not bent, and so that's the first thing we need to do right now. So right now I'm just praying that I don't need to use a tool, and that I can just take off the bolt just with the impact. So let's see, this is a size 19, guys. I'm gonna use a short one. The shorter the better. Nice. Okay, so that one went out quick. Now let me go ahead and pull up the pulley. The pulley usually just slides out. One is holding the timing, and if you lose that one, you're gonna have a big problem. That one, it seems like it's gonna smash in there, but let me take it out. No, I don't think it's the original. It looks like somebody put a... They probably lost it at one point and they just put a little piece of metal in there. Okay. So, let me put this in a safe place. Okay guys, so this is gonna be the real challenge. This is where the bolt for the tensioner is supposed to be. As you can tell, it's broke right in there, and it's gonna be a little bit tough. Let's see. Let me try a few things and let's see what's gonna happen. Okay guys, so in order to give me more room to drop the engine more and be able to drill straight on the broken bolt, I had to remove the AC compressor and the engine mount, or the transmission motor mount. It's the one right in front of the radiator. Doing that gave me enough room to be able to see the bolt straight up and also put a drill in it. So we have it out. We have enough room now. So let me show you guys what am I gonna do to take up that bolt. I'm gonna be using this inexpensive tool. I got it at Harbor Freight. I think it was like $10 or $8. And I actually used it before and that didn't work. So I wanna do the same process today. You basically gonna use it like a regular drill bit. But this one you have to drill backwards, kind of like you're taking out the bolt. You put it in there and you just start working on drilling. You have to make the hole big enough so you can put the other end. Okay, so you have to drill the hole big enough, and you have to do it corner the opposite side of the clock, and then you have to use this side to extract the broken bolt. Okay, so you put this in the hole. I'm gonna tap it a little bit in. I'm gonna use a plastic hammer to tap it in a little bit, and then you slowly make sure you have your drill set to take out the bolt. And there it is, guys. We made it happen. Look at this thing. Wow. So basically what took the most time, it was only the dropping of the engine. Make enough room for the engine to go down so you can drill straight. Now let me go ahead and test the new bolt, make sure the thread goes good, and we should be good. Wow. So it looks like they put an insert, because even the thread is completely different to this one. They put an insert to a smaller thread, and they probably welded into the broken bolt. Wow, what a mess. Look at how thin it is compared to the original bolt. And it has an insert inside there. Wow.